Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the Winter Essentials book tag. So I know I'm looking very festive with the Valentine's Day vibes, but hey, we're here to do a Winter Essentials book tag. Oceana from Oceana Gotta Read 'Em All tagged me in this some time ago, and I had forgot to do this. So yeah, I needed a video idea for February. It's still winter. We're probably gonna have at least one big snow here in Tennessee. When I say big, I mean like 6-7 inches, but hey, that's big for us here in the South. We ain't had it yet, so the weather's been crazy. I mean, we've been 60s, 70s, 0, negative wind chill, 30s. We don't even know what's happening, okay? We're here, and I'm excited to do this tag, so let's go ahead and get into the questions. So, the first question is, crackling fire. Favorite cold character that warmed up toward the end? So, in Book Lover Amanda fashion, is it a tag video without multiple answers? No, but let's go. So, I also said, just like Oceana, that Econ from To Win a, I almost said In Search for Prince, To Win a Prince by Tony Shallow. He just had the best character development in this. Y'all, like, such a faith journey that I loved. I actually loved this so much more than the first book. I gave the first one 4.5 stars. I still loved it. But there was something about this one that just really encouraged my faith. And I loved his transformation in salvation. So this was really great. He starts off just like this snarky guy. You don't really care for him. And then he starts changing along the way. And I just love it. So, yeah, I said him. But I also got two more. So, we've got Catching Christmas, Terry Blackstock. I feel like Finn, at the beginning, he's kind of like, just got an attitude, you know. He is not wanting to help nobody. He is like, get in and get out. Let me get my money. That's all I care about. Let's go. But, you know, he really opens up and starts really caring about Sydney's grandmother, Miss Callie. And I loved seeing his transformation as well in this book. And then, Where the Blue Sky Begins. I feel like Eric at the beginning of this was like, not the guy that I would have loved. You know what I'm saying? Like at the very beginning, he was like, not like, he was just kind of stuck up about the town and just snarky about the area. Like he had this thing about the coffee pot. He kind of had this like rough beginnings in this town, and he was just like not liking anything that was going on. So, but pretty quickly he opens up, and we start seeing some really good character development in him. So I liked him. I really wanted a romance for him in this book, but you know, it wasn't really a romance book, but hey, you know, this is more of like a contemporary story. But still, I liked him as a character. I'd love to see another book with a romance for him. So yeah, that's my answer for number one. And then question number two is Snowflakes. A book full of unique characters. Now, y'all already know what I'm about to say, I feel like, right? Like, let's be real. Yeah, authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham, honey. Hey, we love to see it. Like, all the characters in this book just are so much fun. Her cousins, like, they're just come to life. The audiobook really brings them to life. Y'all already know, I had a whole vlog with this. I'll link it if you ain't seen it, but it's one of my favorites, okay? I absolutely love this. I love that reading this last year, just like the time of the year I read this was just the best. And so, yeah, I love all the characters. They're so unique. They're funny. They're just a good time. And Brody the Hobbit, we love him too. So he's like my favorite character, but I also really like our main girl too. It's just something about him was so unique and fun, and I liked him. So, and of course the cousins, like I said. Luke, hilarious. Like, it just cracked me up, okay? I love it. So, yeah, I would have to say authentically Izzy, Pepper Basham. And then number three is Gingerbread Family, a fictional family that you would love to be a part of. Now, I don't have a physical copy of this, and y'all might think, what, Amanda, are you for real? Because I did talk a lot about this book and laugh about it and kind of poke fun at it. But Beyond the Tides, hear me out. Beyond the Tides by, what's her name? Liz Johnson. Okay, sorry. Beyond the Tides by Liz Johnson. Mama Potts. Like, I just love the family dynamic here. Like, something about Mama Potts. Like everything in this book was just, it had to do with the family I loved. And same thing in book 2. I love the family in this series. You know, I'd like to read book 3. It comes up this year. I'm not going to probably review it or anything, but, you know, I might read it at some point because I did like book 2 better than book 1. So, but yeah, I always think about the family and loving Mama Potts and how fun they were. If you didn't remember, that's a Numb and Cream book, but I did poke fun at that book quite a bit. The Numb and Cream scene. We'll never forget it. But, hey, I still like the family the most in that book. And then I have to say, now, I'll tell you, I would not survive this time period, but the Frasers, I'm just saying, Jamie Fraser, his whole family, like, ride or die kind of people. Like, you do not mess with them. Jamie would do anything to protect his family, I'm just saying. And so, like, Jamie and Claire are, like, this dynamic duo, always protecting their family, standing up for what's right, and taking care of everything. And, like, I wouldn't survive the time, but the family dynamic in this is top tier, okay? The whole series, the family dynamic is top tier, especially towards the end here. That's why, like, book 9 is my favorite, because we have so much family in that story. It's just so good. And then, okay, where am I at? Okay, number 4, Blizzard. A book that had me confused the entire time. Now, I gotta say something as Oceana on this because it's the only thing I could think of recently, but that was Fox by Nadine Brandes. I really liked Wistress. It was not like one of my favorite books of the year last year. Top tier Christian fantasy. I understood pretty much everything in that. But this, I was confused a lot. So, with the magic. After talking to people, I understand it a little more, but while I was trying to read it, honey, I was confused. Now, I gave this 3.5, I think. I still really enjoyed it. I was glad that I pushed through because the ending was good, like a lot of y'all said. I'm really glad I pushed through. But again, your girl was confused. So, yeah, I'd have to say this. But I also have to say a book I recently finished was Set the Stars Alight by Amanda Dykes. And I would say for like the first 15% of that book, I had no idea what was happening. I was in and out. What's going on? I had to reread it twice. That's like an honorable mention because after that, I was okay for the most part, but I know I'll be missing stuff. So, like, I don't know that I could really have a discussion on that book as much because I probably missed some things. But it's okay. I tried my best, and I did get through it. And I generally know what happened, so that's good. But again, I'm pretty sure I missed some things, and I was a little confused at the beginning because there's a lot of time jumps back and forth. Her writing style is very lyrical and poetic and just whimsical in a way, magical. It's beautiful, but it's almost so beautiful that, like, I got pulled out, like I couldn't figure out what was what. So I gave it 3.5 stars. I still liked it. That's not a bad rating. It's just I was pulled out personally. Like, I couldn't figure out some of the things that was going on in my mind. But yeah, those would be my answers for that. Again, not bad books, just confused, you know? So, question number 5 is gift giving. What was the last book given to you? And actually, I have to say, all 3 of these beautiful Sarah Sundin books, a whole series, but my sweet friend Alicia at For the Love of Christian Fiction, I've even got her note taped over here because I cried when I read the notes for these, but particularly one note that said, "You're doing great, Mama. Know that God designed special people to love a special child. You and Blake were made for this. Even on the hard days, God knows and He equips. Keep up the great work." And I taped that. Alicia, girl, I taped it right here because I want that constant reminder that you all are encouraging me. I have these special friends. I love you all so much. You all just truly bless me and encourage me. And this was just the best blessing. A heart. Like, I love you girls so much for this. And I cannot wait to read these because I've heard they're amazing. I mean, look at this. Look at these covers. How beautiful are these? Especially this one, like the red. Oh, it just pops. So, yeah, I would definitely want to read more Sarah Sundin this year. I've pre-ordered her new book. And I'm just so thankful for Alicia for sending me these and the special notes. They mean the world to me. It's the notes for me on every gift, honey. It's the notes for me. But anyway, okay, question number 6 is Snowball, biggest book you've ever read. I've already told y'all about this, but hey, I got the weapon. Oh, gosh. I got this weapon over here. 900 something pages. Is it 902, I think? Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Coming in. I already talked about this in my goals, but yeah, it's like, it ends at 9:02. So this is it. Book number 9 in the Outlander series. Loved it. Number 7 is wrapping paper, your most beat up book. It took me forever to find this, but I was thinking in my head, what is my most beat up book? And it has to be The Hobbit. This is an edition we got a long time ago. We used this for our rings at our wedding. I'll put the picture here. Loved it, but it ended up getting pretty beat up over the years because this cover is not that great as far as quality. So you can kind of see all the damage it's taken. But the pages themselves are fine. It's just the cover is really beat up. I don't have many beat up books though, to be honest with y'all. So, all right, number 8 is Christmas Light. Book you own with most colors. Honey, you know, again, I got several, honey, okay? So, just real fast. This is Julie Klassen's newest release. Super excited to get to it this year. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be this year, but at some point. The Sisters of Seaview. All the beautiful colors. We've got red, we got pink and blues, green, orange, yellows, just purple. I mean, everything, honey. It's everywhere. And then All That Fills Us by Autumn Little. Yeah. Obviously, all the colors here. And then, okay, which dress? Hey, we let us see it. Just all the blues and yellows and purples and just the orange, everything. One of my favorite covers ever. And then, I've talked about this one before in a tag, but Oath of the Brotherhood, the cover here. I mean, the sunrise, I mean, like everything. Or maybe it's sunset, I don't know. But all the colors in this, okay. So, yeah, my answer there. And then, number 9 is Ice Skating. Book with a plot that's all over the place. I mean, I ain't got this no more, but it had to be Meet Me at the Cupcake Cafe by Jenny Colgan, honey. I already said Jenny Colgan. I ain't reading her no more, so peace out on her, Jenny. I'm sorry, girl. But I really wanted to like her books, but I could not. So, I already talked about that on my channel anyway. But, yeah. I mean, we were just all over the place between what was happening at the Cupcake Cafe and the business, the romance mess, the character point of views were out of whack, so I couldn't tell who was talking or what. That's the only one I could think of, because a lot of times you don't see that. So, yeah, that's all I can say. And number 10 is Christmas Tree. Favorite character of all time. Boy, y'all, this was hard, honey. This was really, really hard. I got 2. Christian fiction-wise, how about I do that? I just thought about that. Christian fiction-wise, Mrs. Kip. Like, there's just something about Mrs. Kip. Her advice, her wisdom, everything. I love Mrs. Kip, okay? Christian fiction-wise, she's probably top tier on that, okay? I will say. Just because that book really, truly impacted me personally. And then, non-Christian fiction-wise, Bilbo Baggins, because he is just so much fun, adventurous, like loyal, all the things. And then Jamie Fraser from Outlander is like, he is, you talk loyalty to a T on this. Loyalty, strength, the heart of this man. He loves so fervently. Oh my goodness. I love Jamie Fraser. Okay. Y'all already know. Okay. Anyway, and then the last question is, number 11 is The Star. Book you look forward to rereading all the time, each year or whatever. I probably missed up on this tag somewhere. Anyway, I have to say, I always, but for several years I have reread Outlander. I didn't finish it this last year just because I'm not much of a rereader other than this, but I'm gonna try to get back to it. There's something about like the nostalgia of that book for me. I always skip the end of it because of the trigger stuff at the end, but the majority of that book I will reread just because it's like Jamie and Claire getting to know each other again. So that one, and then Stay With Me by Becky Wade is a book I could reread every year, honestly. There's just something about the characters, this storyline. I talked a lot about this already on my channel, but yeah, I've already reread this twice. And I'm not much of a rereader. Like I told you, I really don't reread anything because there's so many books I want to read. I never really go back to reread anything, but yeah. I actually have reread Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. So maybe that too. I could probably read what he did. Or The Hobbit. Those would be some good honorable mentions as well. So, yeah, I think the last question was actually to tag someone, but I'm not going to tag anybody because I don't know who's done this, who hasn't, but if you're watching this video and you need a video idea for February, consider yourself tagged, honey, and do this tag. I will link all the questions down below in the comments. Let me know anything you want down in the comments below, as usual. We always have great conversations in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.